Yo, what's up guys? You got pokeaimMD here. Today I'll be giving my thoughts on the current Pokemon Sword and Shield OU tier in the form of a survey. I actually did this back in November, if I'm not mistaken, yep, of 2020, where we still had Pheromosa, Kyurem Black, and Zygarde in the OU tier. So now they've put out another survey, so we'll be answering this. I'll also have a Showdown live out later today, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, if you guys actually want to fill out the survey as well, I think they're taking like answers all the way up until the 19th, so Friday, so tomorrow. So if you guys want to, I'll link the survey down below. You can voice your thoughts and opinions, and for those that don't care to fill it out or have a Smogon account, feel free to let me know down below, as I want to know your thoughts on current OU. Also, it's relatively late, so I apologize if I sound tired. I mean, not really an excuse, I always sound tired. And yeah, so let's get right into this. Also, I'm sorry. Well, I'll just fill this out while we're talking. But basically, my merch, my Just Little Taste merch, is available until the 24th. It ends on the 24th, so 6 more days. If you guys want to go ahead and pick it up, the link is down below. And I think that's it. I'm not sure. I might have a 30% off code with G Fuel, but I just want to plug all this stuff before we get into it. But keep in mind that G Fuel is an energy drink, so you should be, you shouldn't be a kid drinking it. Keep in mind, how much caffeine you're intaking. Same thing like drinking soda or any of that other stuff, right? You want to be aware of what you're drinking. However, I personally love the hydration formula, which doesn't have any caffeine, no calories, zero sugar, and I love the strawberry lemonade. And we're on our way to getting our own flavors. So if you guys need to restock, feel free to use code AIM. The link is down below. Anyway, on a scale from 1 to 10, how much do you enjoy the current metagame? C, do you enjoy playing it? I would say about an 8. 8 or 9. I think BL Knights really did sway how I feel, but a lot of that is because Blender and I ended up using just a lot of stuff that I guess you would say that wasn't super meta. Yeah, I mean that's fair, right? It's not super meta, and I found like a new love for Pokemon like Crocodile and even Urshifu Rabbit Strike, which I used to think suck, and even when I fight it still I don't think it's as great, but when we were using it, it was amazing. Obviously I found out Lele is amazing too, but I do enjoy the current metagame. I do think there are some issues with it, specifically I think Magearna is a big one that comes to mind, whether fighting or using it. I think it's pretty cheap in my opinion. And to a lesser extent Cinderace maybe, and we'll go into that in a second because they talk about that a bit. And there may be a few other problems as well. But I actually currently enjoy the Crown Tundra. I don't enjoy watching the Smogon tournament games, I'll be completely honest. Like the current SPO, I don't enjoy watching OU. I think it's very boring what they're using. But I don't think that's, the few 50 people or so playing is a full... it shows the entire metagame, right? I can't think of the word, reflection of the metagame. Because obviously there's more people playing on the ladder than there are in tournaments, and I actually like what's on the ladder right now. I'm going to be honest, I don't dread finding a battle in OU. I actually really enjoyed it, and maybe that had to do with the fact that I was playing with one of my best friends every single day for 30-something days, but still, that's how I feel. I'd say about an 8, maybe 7, 8. On a scale from 1 to 10, how good do you find the current metagame? C, do you find it competitive? So I think that I would probably go more to a 5 or 6 for this, and what I mentioned before, I feel like Magearna is just one of those mons that it can beat all its counters. I mean, shoot, we were beating Volcaronas and Heatrans single-handedly with Mags, Cinderaces, things like that. And obviously, there's a Specs one too, which doesn't have as many switch-ins. So in terms of competitive, I feel like there are some stuff that may break the game. And I'm really leaning toward, again, I'm biased. This is my survey, so I can be biased. Y'all just listen to me. But I'm more biased with that. So I don't think it's the most competitive in that sense, just because of what we have around. Of course, I was indifferent to Spectrian. I don't think Spectrian needed to be banned. But again, personal, and I've never had an issue with it. That doesn't mean it wasn't healthy for the metagame, right? But I mean, I'm not going to ban something just because I need everybody else to like it. I'm going to ban it based on how I feel about it. That's just it. That's real talk right there. But in terms of competitiveness, I probably put a 5 or 6. Again, definitely some issues with going around. We'll probably get into them. So let's go from 1 to 5. How do you feel about Cinderace? So let me actually talk about Cinderace a little bit. Cinderace is, ever since I got Libero, it rose up, top 10 usage. Fantastic Pokemon. It has Gunk Shot, so obviously Tapu Fini in a check. You have U-Turn, so you're constantly getting chip on Pokemon. You're also constantly taking chip from like Rocky Helmet and potentially Static and Flame Body. Obviously, Pyro Ball is a fantastic stab move, even though they're all stab. And then your last move has like High Jump Kick, which is great for Heatran and Tyranitar. And in general, just a really strong move. You have Zen Headbutt, which does okay damage to Pex. Honestly, I think Zen Headbutt is like the worst move you could put there, personally, because you're not even killing Puck. So unless you're using Cinderace plus Lele, I feel like that's just a waste. And then you have Sucker Punch as well, or Court Change. Court Change only if you're playing Random Bats though. But Sucker Punch is cool because it was nice for being able to KO Spectre, and it also can pick off like a Dragon Bolt. So definitely an incredible Pokemon, right? Again, I do think that in tournament play, it's a lot more destructive, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that people are using like slow balances all the time. So like, yeah, when your answers to this mon are Heatran plus Tapu Fini type of thing, sure, high jump kick, gunk shot's going to be broken. However, the reason I'm not thinking that Cinderace is a 5 is mainly because all of its moves are really good, but all of them can freaking miss, man. Pyro Ball. How many times did Power Ball miss when you need it to hit? How many times did Gunk Shot miss when you need it to hit? How many times did High Jump Kick miss when you need it to hit? So, like, I think it's an incredible Pokemon. I think that when it hits, it's broken in a sense. But I don't think that's super realistic for me to put a 5 when I'm leaning more towards a 3 or 4. I think it's like halfway there. I run a lot of Slowbro, but even then, obviously, they just U-turn on Slowbro, get that 44% or whatever. And I think the fact that it gets to run one item, heavy duty boots, is both, you know, a testament to just how good Cinderace is, but also it's like, damn, like I never gotta worry about like Life Orb or Bandit, though I fought those on the ladder too. But personally, I can't put a 5 for Cinderace. It's not in that sense because it's not like Greninja spamming Ice Beam and Dark Pulses and Water Shurikens, right? Those all hit. Obviously, I didn't put a Hydro Pump there. Or Ash Gren, I didn't put Hydro Pump there, right? Or Protean even Gren, like, you know, using Hidden Power Fire, 100% accurate, using Extra Sensory for Pex, 100% accurate, using Ice Beam for Lando, 100% accurate, right? No, Cinderace, all of his moves can freaking miss. I would put Cinderace, I personally believe, based on my experiences on the ladder, again, as if I was a tournament player right now, I'd probably put it at a 5 or 4. But I'm not playing current OU tournaments right this minute. I think my last one was like Snake Draft, which was back in, when I finished that in October, maybe, whatever. So I'm not playing current OU tournaments, but personally, in terms of ladder play and how I'm feeling about the metagame, I would say it's about a 3. It's somewhere there, right? But I mean, I've definitely beaten enough, and I've definitely lost enough to missing. On a scale from 1 to 5, how do you feel about Magearna? Again, I feel Magearna is like a 4 or 5. Here's my thought process, right? The Shift Gear Combine set can run Stored Power plus either the stab move, which is Draining Kiss, or you run Aura Sphere. Stored Power is Aura Sphere typically enough, and you're able to break through your counters with that, aka quote-unquote counters, checks rather. Pokemon like Heatran, Pokemon like Volcarona, Pokemon like Toxapex, Pokemon like Spidef Tyranitar, things like that. With Earthquake, which could otherwise beat the Draining Kiss one, Aura Sphere one with 2 KO it. Without losing, so we obviously have the option of Weakness Policy. The Choice Spec set Flare Cannon is a dangerous attack. Obviously, Volt Switch for Momentum, then you have Flash Cannon, Focus Blast is a big thing too. I think the other big thing is the fact that it has tricks, so it can cripple its checks as well. Like you got a Blissey, oh cool, yeah, go ahead and take that Choice Specs, and then I'm gonna keep Volt Switching with your Heavy Duty Boots that I just stole on your 3 layers of Spike and Stealth Rock, and just keep coming in and do that 9% every single time until I endgame with this Pokemon, right? Now that's not to say that Magearna is, you know, unstoppable. It's not. It's slow, which is a big thing, which is, you know, Shift Gear helps deal with that as well. Obviously, dual screens in a sense with that too. I just think that it has so many options, and it's really, really, really difficult to deal with, and it gets a lot of free opportunities. Like even Galarian Slowking isn't that amazing of an answer because first off, everything runs knockoff right now. Secondly, you know, burn it with your own. Typically, when I use Magearna, I typically pair it with Slowbro, and the reason being is that Slowbro and Magearna really deal with each other's answers, right? Magearna is weak to Cinderace, is weak to Landorus. Oh well, there you go, Slowbro. I choose you. Does my damage. Takes the hits. Takes the damage. Throws off Scalds, which is also nice. Like burning a Galarian Slowking, for instance, can help a Magearna beat it 1v1. Even tricking it a Choice Spec, sure, locks it in a Choice Specs, but it's not able to Assault Vest and take hits as well as it could before. So it's just one of those mods. I feel like it's either a 4 or 5. I think that it's just way too crazy in a sense, and I think that every single time I've used it on this channel, every single time we fought it, even when, like, you know, when me and Blender are both playing, we still just straight up lose to them. That might be team composition, it might not be, but we've lost to it with Heatran, we've lost to it with Moltres, even Mystical Fire Moltres, because it ended up being Weakness Posse, Store Power. I think one time we beat it because we crit it, behind screens after Calm Minded up. It's just that he's Calm Mind, Store Power, his Draining Kiss, his Aura Sphere. It just has way too many has way too many options right now, and I feel like it was one of those mons that shouldn't be unbanned. Like, if we're talking about, and we're about to get that, and I have some crazy opinions when it comes to OU, right? They asked about Galarian Darmanitan. I'm pretty sure specifically because I made a video about it. I know that video got a lot of hate, but I don't give a damn. I'm gonna say how I feel. But yeah, I would say a 4. 5. I might even lean towards a 5, but I do think, again, currently, at least based on ladder play, is way more broken than Cinderace. And yeah, Scale, how do you feel about Toxapex? Well, I mean, I don't like it, but it's not broken right now at all. We have, shoot, man, we be in this thing with our Shifu Rapid Strike sometimes, right? Look at current OU. Let's look at current OU, man. OU, like, now, so let's say this would be the Isle of Armor. Had this been the Isle of Armor metagame, I would have said, yeah, Pex is broken. Yeah, we don't have enough to deal with it. Get rid of it. It's too much of a threat. Just don't put that mon out here. But, you know, Isle of Armor came out, and we got Garchomp. I mean, Crown Tundra came out, and we got Garchomp, right? So, nice offensive Garchomp, right? We got Heatran, Magma Stone, Heatran, Earth Power, Tonic. We got Swords Ace Kartana coming out. We got Latios, right? There's other things we got, like Galarian Slowking with Future Sight everywhere, right? I don't think Pex is anywhere as I love birding it with my Zapdos. I don't think, of course, Tori can knock and do things as well. And we got the Tapus as well. Lele, ooh, even freaking Feeny can beat it with Calm Mind stuff. So I don't think Pex is anywhere near what it was before. We have the tools to break it right now, and that's how I feel. On a scale from 1 to 5, how do you feel about Tornadus-Therian? Now, this is interesting because I was talking with ABR, and ABR was like, yeah, Torn looks a little bit busted at times. I'm like, yeah, really? Was it busted? No. Maybe he was talking about Cinderace versus Magearna. I'm indifferent when it comes to Torn. I think this is very similar to Cinderace. I don't think it's broken at all. But if it hit all its moves all the time, it'd be busted, period. Because Nasty Plot plus Hurricane plus Focus Blast, you know, what would you do? You can't do anything. On Rain, it's really good because it doesn't have to worry about its inaccurate moves. Because of Weather Ball and because of, I mean, it still runs Heat Wave. It still runs Focus Blast, but like because of Weather Ball, because of Hurricane. And then I know there's that set that runs around in tournaments that's like Knockoff plus Nasty Plot. And then I've seen U-Turn plus Hurricane on that set. I've seen Heat Wave plus Hurricane on that set. Basically, you use Torn to lure in the Assault Vest Mon or whatever you want. You use it to knock off things, and you try and win from there. You knock off Zapdos' heavy-duty boots, and you pray that you don't get paralyzed by static. Later, you Nasty Plot up, and you can beat it. I mean, I know Torn could also run Psychic if it wants to. A way of like knocking out Pex at +2 after Stealth Rock, and also 2 it killing max HP Zapdos while you do limit discharge and pray not to be paralyzed. Currently, I don't think Torn is broken, and I think a lot of that is because we have, I mean, if it's Nasty Plot plus Heat Wave, sure, it could be nasty in certain situations, but I feel like it's unreliable outside of Rain. Not to say that it doesn't get free Hurricanes, right? Like, it does get free opportunities to Hurricane because of its natural bulk, because of heavy duty boots making it so I can actually come in on rocks, and obviously because of Regenerator. So it does get free attacks, but it's unreliable in a sense. Like, if I'm using a special attacker and I'm clicking Hurricane, right, outside of Rain, I'm missing a lot. It's missing more than Cinderace. But, so yeah, I don't think it's broken at all. I personally would say a 1. In my personal opinion, when I fight it on Rain, though, that thing goes up to a 3. But when it's not out of Rain, but that's not to say this, again, like, it depends on the squad completely as well. I think it really loves metagame trends. Like, it loves the fact that everything's running boots because it just knocks them all off. But I don't think Torn is broken right now at all. 1, 2, whatever. On a scale from 1 to 5, how do you feel about Teleport? Can we get rid of like the not broken and broken and put like competitive, non-competitive, and fun, not fun? Like, the first question they asked me was, do I enjoy playing the metagame? And after that, it's just broken and not broken. Can I get a thought process on it? I love the aspect of Teleport. I hated it on Isle of Armor Clefable with Wish, Protect, Magic Guard, and Teleport. And that was a combination of Wish plus Magic Guard plus Teleport. I think it's really interesting on Slowbro. I like the fact that I can use it to break Toxapex and also break other Pokemon. Do I find it uncompetitive? No. Do I find it really good? Yeah. Do I find it annoying? Yeah. But I also find it like, I don't know, it's one of those things that where the opponent, it really, I feel like it makes people play dumb sometimes too, right? And that's not a bad thing if you're on the opposing side, right? If you're winning, if you're beating them because of that. But I've seen people just, I like it because it's basically like going for U-turn, right? If my Slowbro could use U-turn, I'd use U-turn just outside of teleport because I mean it'd be a Slowbro. It's a really slow Pokemon, so on Slowbro it basically always go last anyway. And it's on a regen one. I think regen plus teleport is really like one of the best things ever we've ever had. Couple that with heavy duty boots. It's like insane. It's insane how good that is. But do I find it broken? No. I find it good, yeah. I don't think it's broken. I think it's exploitable as well because, like I said, people just like to click teleport, and I'll do it too. But it depends on the team composition. If I have Slowbro and I got Bandit Zapdos and I got Swords Dance Kartana and I got Specs Lele, yeah, I'm gonna click teleport because Slowbro's only role on that team is to make sure that Cinderace doesn't sweep me, teleport out, and then get in my hard hitters and do some damage. That is the way it functions. I don't find it broken. In fact, I think that more options can come on now that Spectrier is banned to actually combat, like certain dark types can actually come out again and not have to worry about certain things like Mana Buzz and things like that. Not that it's funny because like dark types, you would think they get better with Spectrier banned because they were already good and now they don't have to worry about being burnt and things like that too. More people need to use Obstagoon, okay? More people use Obstagoon. That's it. I don't think it's broken. Is it annoying? Yeah, but it's not broken. I'm not going to ban it just for the sake of that. Do you believe the OU Council should consider unbanning Zamazenta C? Yeah, absolutely. And this is my thought process behind that. If we have the ability to test something, why not do it? Why? We already have 2-week suspect tests for stupid stuff. Like, why the hell we tested Spectrier? If everybody did, I mean, Spectrier is one of those, like, it was going to get... An OU suspect test is basically, that's death row. Like, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. You're getting banned. Like 99% of the time, you're getting banned. So like, we already do these formalities, right? But this is different. This is a Pokemon that the community has felt could kind of be unbanned, could kind of be tested. And if it is broken like people think, in a sense that it does completely invalidate Hyper Offense, which is only theory moning, by the way, because I believe that people will adapt and the Hyper Offense will simply adapt too, which they will. Right? Well, what's current hyper offense? Let's say, what's one form of current hyper offense? One of the forms is like Sash Landorus, Dual Screens, Regieleki, your Magearna, and whatever the hell else you use on the team because it doesn't really matter. It's hyper offense. That's one variation, right? So a new variation would be Dual Screens. Was my Howl Zamazenta, which freaking sucks. I don't think it's very good. It's not a balance breaker. It literally is the fact that it gets +1 defense, so it does stop hyper offense in a sense. Like, I mean, anything that stops Rillaboom, which is something I think people need to look at too, especially as we keep going. Oh my God, if Mag and Cinderace get banned, I'm telling you straight up, Cinderace. If Magearna and Cinderace get banned, I'm gonna make a wild prediction that we are gonna have a Rillaboom suspect test. I know that's wild. You're like, what the hell are you talking about? Just we'll see. We'll see. I just really think, especially with the way the metagame is right now, and the Pokemon we have. So you might be thinking, well, dude, Olive Armor, didn't have Cinderace and Magearna. They got banned, and Rillaboom wasn't like broken. Well, I mean, I think it's still arguable, right? Like that's the top 10 mon. But yeah, but we also didn't have like the Tapus, and we didn't have Heatran, and I'm naming all these Pokemon because it was all Pokemon that Rillaboom could beat. Right? Just with Grassy Glide, with Superpower, whatever the hell it is. So metagame shifts and changes. And obviously we have the birds and stuff like that too. But I kind of have a feel, maybe it won't, but I kind of have a feeling it'll at least be such tested in a sense. Or at least brought up in one of these surveys. That's what I'm going for. At least brought up in one of these surveys. Anyway, like I was mentioning in my original point, I think that if we have the ability to test something, why not? It's not like it hurts anything. Oh no, you just wasted 2 weeks of my ladder. Let me go back to using the same Pokemon before. Who cares? Like, right? It's not like it hurts anything. It's not like it's like hurting tournament play or anything. Just because a mon is being suspect doesn't mean you can use in tournament. So tournament players don't have to worry about it. Ladder, yeah, well, just see what happens, man. Why not test the Zamazenta? Shoot. I don't see the point of not testing it. If it's broken, if it's deemed not worthy to be OU, then it's banned and we move on. But I really think that's okay to do things like this to see what happens. Now, I'm saying that because I already know the next mon is. Hell yeah, absolutely. Now, Darmanitan, I made a whole video on why Darmanitan should be unbanned. I saw some people talking about, yeah, COVID got Joey down bad. Yeah, listen, man. Same thing with Zamazenta. All right, first off, we have a lot more Pokemon now. We got Bro. And I know U-Turn does 1,000,000. We got Heatran. We got Melmetal. And I know, oh my God, if they Earthquake or Flare Blitz. Yeah, okay, dude, with your all-seeing eye, sure. Just attack me every single time. Whatever. Yeah, you got every single play right, bro. I'm never gonna. Why would I even look for a battle if you're gonna beat me every single time the way you playing, bro? You're gonna band a U-turn on my slow, bro. I might as well not even play. Let me just put the. Let me just put the controller down. That's it. I'm using controller to play Pokemon Showdown. That's how I get my crits. I got the crit button right there. You press down on the analog stick, or you press BB X Y, and you're good. But so again, it's Darmanitan probably broken. Okay, it's probably broken. It is, but we haven't tried this mod in OU in like over a year. It was around. It got banned around Dynamax metagame. Like what? Like bro, Dynamax metagame was like 10 years ago, bro. I lived through a pandemic after Dynamax metagame. So if we have the ability to test it, why not? If it's a waste of time, who cares? You could argue Zamazenta's a waste of time too. Just do it. Why not? It doesn't actually hurt the metagame. It doesn't hurt the progression if the metagame stayed the same before and after. It does it. Might as well test it. Oh, but the council should look at certain things first. Sure, that's why Magearna and Cinderace are right up there first. What? And then you have Pex and Torn for whatever reason. But yeah, again, I might be crazy for saying Darmanitan is whatever. Shoot, I probably am, but it doesn't matter. We have the ability to. Go ahead and test it. I ain't saying you guys to click absolutely. And if you actually, absolutely, oh my god, envy. Even infiltrated. The Chinese. If we have the ability to test it, let's go for it. Let's try. Obviously not all at once, okay? I'm not trying to fight Zamazenta, this, and Zygarde, which they have next. But, yeah, let's see what's happening. Let's just try it out. Let's see what's up. Let's just see how the metagame is. And if we deem it ban-worthy, it's gone. I think that being able to retest things in is a beautiful part of like the community. Like this is a big thing. This is exactly what happens. Like for example, let's say if Cinderace gets quick ban, it's gonna get quick ban with the ability. If this mon gets quick ban, it's gonna get quick ban with the ability to test it in. I think Darm got quick banned if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember voting on Darmanitan. Hold on. Was Darmanitan banned? Let's see what. That means you can no longer use it. December 29th. There it is. The OU Council has decided to ban Darmanitan. After gauging community opinion and discussing amongst ourselves at length, we have decided to unanimously decision that this is the best course of action for Darmanitan. Okay, so like, yeah, it was quick ban. Freaking tested back. What? We test Genesect and Pheromosa every single and Kieran Black. How many times? Why does Genesect keep getting unbanned? What? The Pokemon that are in the metagame need to have at least 900 in all their stats for Genesect to stay in the tier, you know, and be UU or whatever. But yeah, anyway, go ahead and try. Do you believe the council should consider unbanning Zygarde? Another mon that I think is absolutely crazy and can beat all its counters. But let's see what we got now. Let's see what we got here. You know, this mon broken. This mon is. I would say, because there's no clear answer. You want to know why Zygarde is broken? Because I'm scrolling through this list and there is no clear answer to it, right? At least I can revenge kill Darmanitan. But do you believe they should consider unbanning Zygarde? You know what? Why the hell not? Nah, so like, I mean, again, the combination of bulk, 1,000 arrows having no answers, and glare. I think that this is a mon that doesn't need to be retested just because it's been tested enough and it's been in the metagame and it's not like we haven't had the same Pokemon for it. You know, shoot, the last survey we did, this mon was around. And that was granted when Kieran Black was around, which is something that could actually Ice Beam it, right? When we had an Ice type in OU. And like Pheromosa, something else like a triple axe will be a substitute one. But yeah, I've seen this thing beat Tapu Finis and Rillabooms and Bulus and everything. I don't think this mon needs to be. But it's had its time to be in the metagame and actually be tested. And we've lost some actual answers to it. So this mon I'm a little bit iffy, but just to keep up the thing, sure, why not? This mon, this mon does not deserve it. You know, I'll put a 3. I'll put a 3. But I don't think you deserve it because you've had your time and we know what you are. But I'm also not completely against it. So I'll be in the middle. Is there anything else not already mentioned you would like to see the council look into the future? Let's see what we got. Oh, okay, cool. No, not heavy duty boots. That's not the problem. Let's look at Stealth Rock. That way everybody complains that boots make everything. So it's not, that doesn't make boots the problem. Maybe it's Stealth Rock. But if people don't like that, heavy duty boots. Y'all want to see me go a little bit crazy? Ban heavy duty boots on mons that aren't weak to Stealth Rock. I'm so tired of Dragapult coming in and taking no damage. Why are my spikes not hurting Slowbro? It has Regenerator. It'll be okay. But on Zapdos, Moltres, Charizard, Volcarona, they good. Nah, this is more of a joke comment. But I would Stealth Rock / heavy duty boots discussion. It would be more realistic, I think. Do I think Stealth Rock are broke? No. But do I think people complaining about heavy duty boots makes the most sense? I mean, does that actually mean that our Stealth Rock, our heavy duty boots the actual problem, or is it Stealth Rock? Like, bro, like, we wouldn't use that item if we didn't have them hazards. Any other comments, suggestions, concerned? What? I was like, isn't this the same thing? Like, is there anything else not mentioned that you'd like to see in the comments? Any other comments, suggestions, concern? Y'all better take the opinions of the people. I guess, right? Like, because this next one, did you meet any of it? Nope. And that better not mean you throw me in the trash. Are you currently ranked in the top 150? Yep. BL Knights 3, baby. BL Knights 3. But yeah, so overall, those are my thoughts, at least on what they have and what potentially would happen with the metagame in the form of a survey. I actually really like OU right now. And I know that BL Knights definitely makes me feel that way. Oh, I was looking through this. What else should be tested? I want to try Necrozma wings? No, broken. I would love to use Solgaleo for a day. I asked them if they could bring down some mons for April Fools, but then just like forget about it after. That'd be cool. Landers, we don't need to test you. Why are you always tested? Genesect? Get out of here. Calyrex. Can you bring down Calyrex Ice? That'd be really cool to make Trick Room better. I would say Dracovish too, but I'm pushing it. I would also like to test Zygarde complete in OU. I remember when that mon was OU. That was very fun. Not in this metagame. That was very, very fun. Now, I think I'm basically good. So you guys, give me your thoughts. I'll link the survey down below. I will be submitting this. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.